I don't think I can count how many tools I've tried over the last decade as I've been building these passive income websites. So here are some of the winners in my book, and I love to show you how you can save time and money by using tools and services when building your passive income sites. The first tool or service that I'm really happy to throw my money at is Elementor. I've been using a lot of different page builders, and typically they are slow and buggy, or both. But Elementor is just great. It's built really well, and you can use it with all the themes that I have been using so far. It's only $49, and it will save you a lot of plugins. You don't have to buy premium plugins for pop-ups and table of content and many other things. I'm going to shoot a video really soon where I show you exactly how I'm using Astra, that's the theme, and Elementor, and how I think that's the best setup for a WordPress site today. It's so sleek and fast, you will score in the 80s or 90s easily, even with ads on your site. So subscribe to my channel if you want to check that video out when it comes, and also if you want to follow all my other practical SEO tips and all the good stuff that I have coming up. The next type of service I want to talk about is stock images. There are 3 different sites that I go to for free images. The first one is Pixabay. I think they have the largest catalog of really nice images for everything you can think of. And I also want to check out Pexels and Unsplash. Unsplash typically have a lot of nice images for everything with tech and computers and really clean setups. And Pexels is also a good alternative if you can't find anything on Unsplash or Pixabay. But I would go to Pixabay and Unsplash first.
So this is Pixabay, and that's my main recommendation. I just did a random search here for golfing, and if we scroll all the way down to the bottom here, you can see down here that we found around 1500 images. And as I told you, these are all really good. You can find pictures here that doesn't look exactly like a stock picture. You know, like a beautiful couple or a girl posing in front of something, trying to mimic a certain expression and stuff like that. So you can find pictures that actually look like real day life, like a picture you could have taken yourself. Like this one up here, for example. It looks like something you could have taken this afternoon while you were golfing, right? And that's what we want for our website. We don't want it to look like we're just using a bunch of stock photos. And the next one I talked about is pexels.com. That's also pretty good. I haven't been using it that much because it was just recently I found it, but it's also doing pretty well. As you can see here, it turns up with 133 images for golfing, and there's also some videos. And yeah, it seems pretty cool as well. I've been using this one also a lot, Unsplash. So with golfing, we only got around 37 pictures. But I would say Unsplash is great if you want pictures for blogging or people with computers or anything that's maybe more tech related, and just a lot of things where you want really clean, nice graphics, like a couple discussing something or somebody talking on the phone or working with the computer and stuff like that.
But really, I typically go to depositphotos.com. It's not a free option, it's cost a little bit. But you can typically find really good deals with AppSumo, or if you want to wait till Black Friday, that's what I usually do. Then I buy a whole bunch of credits so I have for the next year. And they work really well. They have a ton of pictures in all verticals and niches. It's really rare that I don't find exactly what I'm looking for in there. And please stay away from Shutterstock, Fotolia and iStock Photo and these really expensive alternatives, because you don't need to pay that much for stock photos. Use Deposit Photos. If you want to credit me for it, I have an affiliate link here in the description. I typically end up paying around 30 cents per image with Deposit Photos. That's when I'm using these deals with Black Friday or AppSumo. I think that's a really sweet deal. So it's around 3 images for $1. You can't find it any better than that anywhere.
This is what Deposit Photos looks like. So let's try the same search here for golfing. I'll show you a couple of cool features. So now that we have the results here, you can go over here and you can do a lot of things. What I usually do is I type that I want people only, and that means that I'll only see images with people on it, and I can even decide if I want only one person or several persons. I can also, of course, exclude people. You can also choose if you want to look for photos, vectors, videos, and so on. Videos, though, are very expensive, so you don't want to go with that typically. You can also choose up here if you want pictures from indoor or outdoor. Also pretty neat feature. And seasons and orientation if you want it like horizontal or vertical. And there's just a lot of things you can do. And I like the filtering here. It's really great. It makes you find whatever you need really quickly. It's actually only when I'm looking for products or something like that, very specific stuff, that I can find good images here on deposit photos. Other than that, I can find everything I need here that doesn't look like a complete stock photo.
The next tool or service, or what you want to call it, that I use on a regular basis, at least every week, is Ahrefs. It's a really expensive thing though. You have to pay around $100, I think, per month to get this software. But it's really great. I'm using an old account that I started, I think, 8 or 9 years ago when I was working with SEO clients. So I pay much less than $100 because I'm on this legacy plan. I mainly use Ahrefs for checking the competition before I write on a topic. So when I look at the Google search result page, I can use their browser extension to see the domain authority. So this is a number that Ahrefs will assign to every domain based on how many links and so on each website has. So that will attribute a number to every domain, and you can see if it's 20, 40, 60, 80 and so on. So the higher the number, the harder they are to beat in the search results. So that's really neat to see because, if you just look at the page, it's impossible to see if they have a ton of links or if they just have a few links. So it's a great tool for that. And I want to point out that I'm not really using Ahrefs for much else than that. For keyword research, I use the strategy that I show you in this video up here. That enables me to rank a new website without any link building and get a ton of traffic. So I'm not really using the keyword tools and all that inside Ahrefs. There's so many things you can dig into, and you can easily spend way too much time getting lost in all these features. The next thing I want to talk about is hosting. It's something a lot of people have opinions about, and I've seen all your comments where you're asking me what I recommend and what I'm using. So I've tried everything from HostGator and Namecheap and Bluehost and GoDaddy, and also the alternatives that I'm going to show you now. What I do today is that I always start out on Bluehost. I have a simple account there when I just have one website, and then I can create a ton of other sites on that same hosting account. And then when the website grows bigger, maybe if it reaches 80 or 100,000 page views per month, I typically move my site over to VPX hosting. It's a really great hosting platform where you can sign up with a good deal, so you have 5 sites on the same account, and that's a really good deal. And I must say that both on Bluehost and VPX hosting, I've always found their customer service to be really, really good. They're always really quick on the chat. Sometimes with Bluehost you have to wait 10-15 minutes, but I mean, that's only to expect for such a cheap service. I also use VPN services, and that's because I'm based in Denmark. So if you're anywhere outside the US, you have to use VPN services, because otherwise when you log into Google and do your topic research, you'll not be able to see what an American will see. And remember, we always need to target an American audience because that's where the money is and that's where the good traffic is. So in order to do proper topic research, you absolutely need a VPN if you're anywhere outside the US. I use 2 different VPNs. I use ExpressVPN and Surfshark. And I have a really good deal for you with Surfshark if you just want to get a real cheap VPN. I have an affiliate link down here in the description that you can click, and it's also on my tools page that I link to here. That will get you a price at around $2 per month. That's really, really cheap, and I think it's a 70% discount or something like that. I've been working with these guys for a while, and they were kind enough to give me a good discount code for you guys.
Let me show you here how to use Surfshark, or any other VPN for that matter. They function in a very similar way. So here I'm inside Google, and I will just type in and search here, and what I'm seeing here is of course skewed toward my own search history, but it's also heavily skewed toward my geographical location. So in order for me to now connect via Surfshark and go via an American server, I just click on the logo out here, Surfshark, and I will find a location here, United States, Denver or Dallas or whatever. And now you can see I'm connected via Denver. And now everything I see here in Google will be the exact same search results as I would see if I was actually located in Denver. So that's why I'm using the VPN. There are many other great things to say about VPNs that has to do with internet security and protecting your passwords and stuff like that. But for the purpose here of doing topic research, it's just about coming from an American IP address. So you will see what any American will see inside Google here when you perform your topic research.
Let's also talk about ad networks. That's another service that I use for all my websites. That's one of the main parts of my monetization strategy on my sites. If you've been following my channel, you know that I love these ad networks. I'm typically working with Adthrive and Ezoic, and you can also work with Mediavine, and of course there are other players out there. But I'd say Ezoic and Adthrive, they're really awesome. And I have a video here where I compare the two platforms. I show you all my numbers. You see exactly how much I earn in, I think it's 6 or 7 different niches. So check out that video if you want to know exactly how much money I make and you can make with ad networks. If you want to see more tools, click to my tools page here. That's where I always keep an updated list of exactly what I'm using for my sites and also my recommendations for you guys. Subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. I'll see you guys in the next video.